process up, we will get this party started.
Alright, motherfucker, listen up. This is for the fucking homies steady giving no fucks. If you wanna join the party, put your middle fingers up, and when the music fucking hits, you better jump, jump, jump. Alright, motherfucker, listen up. This is for the fucking homies steady giving no fucks. If you wanna join the party, put your middle fingers up, and when the music.
What's up, everybody? Salute to y'all, gang. Gang and them, how y'all doing? How y'all doing, y'all? Hope you guys have had a very, very blessed day, man. What's up, everybody? Good to see you all. Man, let me reset this already. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me right now, right now, right now, right now, right now. Let me go to the top of this list, man. Who we got up in here? What's up, Hank Bridges? Oh, man. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking. What is up, Chris? He said, thank God we're not talking about Toddy. I told you I was getting bored of it a little. I only do it like when I want to have fun, guys. You guys trust me when I tell you this. I only do it when I want to have fun. I promise. I can get back to my natural being. That's just to troll me, man. What's up, L-Cat? I hit that like button, but may have to catch the replay. What's up, L-Cat? How are you doing, Stacy? How are you doing? What's up? What's up, Lolita? How are you, Lolita? Brownies, good to see you. Leesky, what's up, Leesky? Angela, what's up? Hillbilly, how you doing? Good to see you. We're gonna be going over the second half of the Eric Carroll. I wanted to discuss a few things also with you outside of Eric Carroll, like what's up with the Whittakers, what's next for them. What are you doing? Jesus, dude, you got the zoomies? Look at your breath. You can't even catch your breath, fatty. He's got the zoomies. He's just running all over the house, tearing up stuff. Like, dude, can you chill, please? Okay. Chill. Hi on the road with Nana and Peppa. Hello, AD mods. An aggressive family. Doesn't that just flow off the tongue well? Aggressive family. Aggressive gang. Aggressive gang in them. Yeah. What's up, everybody? Hello, Kimberly Ray. How are you? What's up, one Earth Angel? Fo. A little bit of Lisa in my life. What's up, a little bit of Lisa in my life? A little bit of Lisa. Hello, Angela Sparks. CG, what's up, yo? Christy Dye, how are you? I can get a new vape tomorrow. Everybody. Chrissy Whittaker said, hello, everyone. You did said, handsome looking people. You thank you. You do. Much love to all you grown and sexy individuals out there. Make sure you stay grown and sexy. Carrie with a D's got the loading machine going on, y'all. Hi, Freddie. What's up, Freddie? What's up, baby Donald? Florida life in the sun. What up, baby? Karma Cat. He's a mean kitty cat, man. He's destroyed everything leather in my house. I'm not very happy with him, but I love him. Lady Valhalla. Hello, how are you? Vixen Ghoul, hello there. Little Miss, how are you? Jacob Frisbee. Jacob Frisbee. Ah, man, I gotta wake up. What up, Twist? How are you, Twist? I'm gonna bring in Eric Carroll, the man himself. Damn, that was strong, dude. Whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. Who else just entered this freaking chat? Sassy Smurf. Hello there, Sassy Smurf. How are you?
Who you are, and I'm gonna go.
How are you? Let me grab my lighter so I can spark up my doobie. All right. You guys ready, man? You guys ready? You ready to get into this reaction here? So right here, Eric Carroll's just telling us a little bit about Eric Carroll. Please hit the link. Oh, that link is always for you too, Eric. You know that. I wouldn't ask you no dumbass questions like these fucking other idiots. Toddy and stupid. Everyone say hi to Toddy. Yeah, right now, right now. Right now, right now. Hit that link right now. Eric's smarter than that. Eric don't want to be put on the spot, you know. Oh, everybody, tomorrow we will be speaking with Rebecca. Tomorrow night, you guys. Rebecca's gonna come on. She's gonna host. Well, co-host with me. And we're gonna talk about her story. Rebecca said she wants to talk about all of it. From like just not the Corey thing. She wants to talk about her story. I think that's a cool way to do it. Let's get to know Rebecca, right? I'll need my mods in the house, of course, and I'm sure you guys will do your due diligence. So I appreciate y'all if y'all will be here for that, and kick us down some love, man. Much love to Rebecca. Let's go see what Eric's talking about. Last I heard, he was talking about toddler running. I mean, Patrick running off with somebody's tools.
Go put it out there, and I am going to advertise it everywhere. And he throws the phone at me and tells me to take care of it. It's that freaking insane, guys. Like,
so what did you think that you had now gained a daddy, Patrick? Did you look at Eric as a father figure once he showed up? You expected Eric to take care of your problems? You thought Eric was going to come and whisk them all away? Whisk your problems all away. You take care of it, Eric. You take care of it. Yeah, Patrick did admit to taking people's tools. Look, man, I was a thief at one time too. Believe it or not, I didn't take anything from people though. I just, there's honor amongst thieves, real thieves. I stole to make money, right? It wasn't ever to steal from people's homes. It wasn't ever to steal from my friends. It wasn't ever, we call those people sneak thieves. We call those people sneak thieves. And if I always grew up the way, if you have to sneak it from somebody, you're a bitch. Go up and take it. Go up and take it. But me, my thefts were big shit. Backhoes, tractors, four-wheelers, dirt bikes, motorcycles, uh, everything with engines, pallets, wooden pallets that make us money. Something that make me $500-$600 a day. Nothing like somebody's tools. I'm gonna raid your Snap-on tool case. I'm gonna steal all your tools. Shit, that's some crackhead shit, bro. That's crackhead shit. Tools.
What are you telling me? So the guy starts
What's
speaking
up,
to me.
Kimmy?
He started smarting off at me at first. And I'm like, hey,
Grandma,
you don't
baby.
know me. And I don't know you. Let's not go there. But tell me what happened. Like, I want to hear this. And
He said, I stole a car with no gas one time, didn't get very far. I got a car theft when I was young, and it actually ended up screwing me up. What's up, Rue? It actually ended up screwing me up in my adult trials because I was 16 when I caught the car theft, made it a felony. I was 18 when I caught my first felony, which was a forgery. So that made my forgery unsuspendable. I had to go do time. And I thought that they couldn't carry your childhood record over, but absolutely they did, because it affected if I was going to be suspendable or not. It made me non-suspendable. But that car that I stole wasn't even I didn't even steal it. There was like a big dump off area for all these stolen cars in the apartment building that I lived in. And I just went outside one day and there was a Camaro out there. I looked in the fucking car. The whole column was cracked. I knew what to do, you know what I mean? I jumped in that motherfucker. I didn't get but about a mile down the road and they got me. But I was 16, you know. I was just 16. I had a whole carload of women, girls and shit. I thought I was the coolest thing ever. You may have done that one time, but you man up and change your whole life around, and difference in Patrick still hasn't changed. Well, Patrick had no time to show us, you know. That's why I still kind of give grace. I like to give grace because I understand people can change and people do change. And I would just be a piece of shit if I came up here and acted like, you know, nobody can change, because I did change. And let me tell you, if I hadn't been given 1,001 chances, I probably would have never changed. If I was shut off from changing, like, hey, we don't fuck with you anymore. We ain't gonna give you any more chances. Fuck you. That I might have been a different person, you know? I might have been a different person. But luckily I had people in my corner that gave a fuck, you know, maybe seen something in me that knew I would change, or I just needed to come around or something. But I definitely had to make a change because I wasn't getting myself anywhere but more
as
trouble,
he
more
told
trouble.
me, I looked over and asked Patrick, is this
Yeah.
true? And he shook his head, yes. And I'm like, oh
What's
my
up, Chris?
freaking God. I wanted to leave. He told me he did it. He told me he knew that he had messed up a lot in life, really poured it on
There you go,
thick,
Chris.
and said, I want to get better. I've made a lot of bad choices in my life, but I promise you, I'm trying to get better. And he,
Could you
you know, and
imagine?
that's one of the things.
Could you imagine telling this to a guy that just got in town that you have no idea who it is? Could you imagine telling that to a guy? See, what people don't understand is when they jump on this social media shit and you start becoming more popular, people hate it. And I guarantee you, everybody in Patrick's town that knew all about him was like, nah, fuck that dude. Fuck him. And it started to get word around to Eric, watch out for him. All that's going to happen. None of that is abnormal at all. And Patrick, as himself, probably never thought that was going to happen. And you just never think it's going to happen. But man, it's going to happen every time. Like I would have definitely tried to right my wrongs before I tried to become social media famous. I definitely would have tried to right my wrongs.
He's like, I need you, you know, please help me. I wanted to get in my car and leave right then. But I also now have people that are dependent on me. And it was just a crappy situation to be in, guys. But ever since that first trip, I was documenting nonstop because I just had a feeling like this is not good.
Start with Mark Lighten. I'll probably do that when I start my documentary run on the Whittakers. I plan on putting together quite a few live streams in a row where I'm going to be putting together a document, like a documentary 1, documentary 2, how this all started. And I will start with the Whittakers.
And it was hard to sit there and see
Good idea, Brownies.
one image being put out on the internet when you know what you're seeing behind the scenes. But I had to wait until I had something definitive before I could speak. Hell, even APS went in there saying 60 something reports and they were supposed to investigate and close the case and left. The boy from Georgia, if I went in there and I didn't have my proof, how do you think that's going to go? They're just going to think, he's just wanting to get Patrick out of here so he can get him to himself, right? Yeah.
He's not telling the fucking lies. I mean, he's not. The internet is brutal, y'all. It's brutal. And the thing about the internet and the thing about today's society, our news cycle is about 24 hours. When it used to be like 2 weeks. You know, when we just had the news on TV and the news and the newspaper, the news cycle would go about 2 weeks before like new news would come up. You would talk about the news for about 2 weeks every day about the news before a new cycle would come above. Now with the age of the internet, our news cycle is 24 hours on the clock. When you wake up, you want to hear the new news. You definitely do. It's 24 hours on the clock, circle. Brand new news, brand new news, brand new news. And that's just the age of swiping. Everybody just swipes now. That's what it is. What's up,
It
Smurf?
was just a crappy situation.
Internet is very brutal, man.
Thank you for that. Victoria Harper. How bad was the abuse? Was Betty the reason they was took because she didn't get the protective order? How bad was the abuse? As bad as it gets.
What does that mean? What are we supposed to perceive from that? What are we supposed to perceive from that? As bad as it gets. As bad as it gets is sexually misconduct, beating on them sexually. I would have to think that, right? What is as bad as it gets? That's as bad as it gets for me. Would be sexual abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse. That's as bad as it gets. I don't think it gets any worse. I mean, it can by that stuff progressing into like torture or whatever, but yeah, dramatic. He can definitely play some shit up, and that's why he's dangerous with this. That's why this is so dangerous. Yeah, there's a such thing as internet famous. Absolutely. I think anybody with 1 million subscribers is internet famous. You might as well say 1 million people know them. You're famous. Yeah, I don't know what to take from that. As bad as it gets. I don't think Betty knew. I don't think Betty knew. I really don't. As far as that goes, I don't think that's something Betty would know.
Like I said, there's just things I've been trusted with and sensitive information. Being more than willing in a court of law, I've got information I wouldn't have it any otherwise that I was trusted with from the very people who have me in this situation right now. But I just can't share that. But yeah, as bad as it gets. Was Betty the reason they was took because she didn't get?
As bad as it gets tells me that they were being sexually abused. What's up, Tess? It just depends on what. I'm kind of with you on that too, Hillbilly. But it kind of just depends on what you consider guilty. And I do think he's guilty of some things. It's just not the cut and dry kind of guilty you would think of. He's guilty of one for going down there and wanting to make some money off the Whittakers. That he's guilty of, right? I think he's definitely guilty of putting APS on him. He could sit and say all the people reporting. You put them on him. You said it with your own words. So with someone down there and telling them about it and saying, hey, I'm with them, they have to report on that. They have to. With you being with the Whittakers every day saying, hey, I think that's something that APS has to go and report no matter what. Is Eric gonna have a live with me? No, he ain't. He ain't never. He ain't never. I emailed Eric really early on and asked him to come on. He never emailed me back. Yeah, he's guilty of a few things. It's just not the cut and dry guilty. I don't think. You know. Token hillbilly said, "I'm glad it got reported. They deserve better." You're right. You're right.
The protective order. Betty did get the protective order. It took 3 days and me coming up, taking her to get it. She dropped it. Didn't tell me about it. She was the one wanting it. That's where a lot of my frustrations come with her. Originally, it was Larry because of the Patrick and the stealing gas stuff, and then came all the way up from Georgia.
No, Eric told us that he contacted APS. He's already told us this. But then he goes on to say they were already getting reports. You contacted him, man. AD, my question is, what would you do if you seen Ray sitting there in his own feces? What would you have done? You're asking the right question. I mean, probably the same exact thing, man. Probably the same exact thing. And I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I don't hate him for it. I mean, but where I'm from, I don't. I don't know. It's a very, very thin line for me. It's so thin that I don't even want to play with it. You know what I mean? I couldn't have looked over any of it, but it would have been such a shock to me. But if I was there to hopefully fix it, I don't think I would call APS, right? Because Eric's there to hopefully fix this. So why call APS if you're supposed to be the fixer? They still didn't get it. They just got torn apart even further. You guys, I said it, the sexual abuse really early on. Do you remember? They were all probably still having incest to this day. That's what I thought. Just allegedly. Just what I think. I think they were all still having incest to that day. Because he could tell what they were saying back and forth, Ben. He could tell them what meant yes, what meant no, what meant this, what meant that, is what he's saying. That's what I caught from it. Excuse me. I'm getting a little sick, y'all. Got them, don't mind me. Woke up late for work today. I was feeling bad.
Guys,
Still
stop
got
me
my
one
ass in there,
time.
though.
got gas, didn't even eat. Went straight there, got him, took him straight to the courthouse. And because he's saying he's wanting to do this. And once we got there, you know, you could just, he was playing dumb. Like, he didn't really want it. Led me on to believe he wanted it. And I think it's because he had got caught stealing.
How many of you out there could put a fucking restraining on your daughter, though? I mean, only half of you would do it. Honestly. Even if it was stuff like that was going on, only half of you would do it. So imagine if it is going on, only half of the parents would turn their daughter in. You're talking about blood here, Eric. You're talking about West Virginia, Appalachian mountain blood. And blood's going to always be thicker than water. No doubt about it. Blood's going to always be thicker than water. Sup, Elizabeth? I was raised old school too, Tess. I was raised that you don't call APS. I would never think about calling APS. What I would do is I would alert somebody else that probably would. You know what I mean? I would let somebody else take the fall for it. I'm just telling you. I'd probably go alert someone else that could alert the authorities. Like maybe a different family member or something. But I would only do that if I seen outright abuse of an elderly or of a child. I would have to see it, you know? I would actually have to lay my eyes on it. I put my son in jail because he was going to die. I get that. I get that. My mom put me in juvenile. Absolutely, she did. Prison or get clean. Well, you go to prison, you're going to get clean. Jail's jail's like forced detox. Every adult is a mandated reporter for APS and CPS. It's not mandated, but if you're raised right, you are. You know what I mean? This is all a matter of civil This is all like how we feel conventionally, how we feel as people. And let's just fucking put the facts together. The Whittakers weren't raised like you and I. They just weren't. Shout out to you did you do, babies. Thank you for the support. Toddy's watching. Ooh, ooh. I don't have to talk about you. They still support me, Toddy.
Right now, 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 right now.
They got drugs in jail. Shit.
Right now, right now.
Shit. Very fucking little. They got drugs in prison, but jail, very little, y'all. It's very, very little. You're going to be forced to get clean going through the process of going to jail. Hell, when you go to Marion County Jail, where I'm at in Indianapolis, it's going to take you 5 days to get to a bed. So you'll have to withdraw going through all the stupid little cells and shit. They'll put you here till you go to court, then they'll put you here after court, and oh yeah. By the time you got to a place where even drugs would be, you'd be forced rehabbed. But when you go to prison, absolutely there's drugs. Well, because it's easy for people to OD in jail. Their tolerance goes down. I mean, there is drugs that come in, but you have to get to like I said, it takes us 5 days in my jail just to get to a bed. Like to where like there's other inmates. It's a 5-day prison. It's a 5-day sentence before you even get there to even get the drugs. Hey, have a good one, you did. Thanks for stopping by.
Yes.
There's corruption.
He was telling us it was because BJ was threatening him and saying she was going to make rape allegations. But once he got there, it just became a different person.
See, from the get-go, I always said that there may have been a little bit of incest going on. Allegedly. This is just my thoughts. You got all these adults living in a household that have grown up never around anyone else. And all of them are going through maturity. All of them are going through puberty. All of them are becoming men and women. What do you think they're doing with themselves? Ask yourself. Those urges still apply. I'm just saying. I still believe that incest was going on. They just probably weren't able to make babies with each other no more. I don't know. Don't take me for my thing. He said, he's just tagging us along. Yes, he planned on making money as well. I think his story needs to be told. Kenny had a wife. I know Kenny did. I'm talking about all the core that lived there. And people come and gone that went in and out of that fucking house that were sex offenders and shit, man. Come on. Yeah. Come on, yo. Motherfuckers have sex offenders around. I don't care. If one of my family members is a sex offender, you cannot come around. I have to, I got to let go, bud. I'm sorry. Can't come around my home if you're a sex offender. They was letting all kinds of sex offenders in and out of that motherfucker. There's only a way that you do that is if you're used to it. If you're used to it. I'm not used to sex offenders being around me.
And but when we got home that night, Betty was outside. She was wanting to hear, and you could see the eagerness in her face. And when I could talk and it was just me and her, I could see her, looking, and she was nervous. I said, Betty, they said he didn't
I'm just saying, that's my
have
fault.
enough here. I said, unless you know something. And she would look at me and look back at Larry. Like, you could tell she was wanting to talk, but she just kept looking back to see if she was going to get permission. And I said, Betty, I just came all the way from Georgia and left my family. If you don't tell me, there's nothing I can do. And that's when she came out with it. Yes, I want her gone. She was never even supposed to stay here like this in the first place. It just started coming out. Started telling me about different forms of abuse to every single one of them, except for one. One I can't name, but except for one. Outside of that.
Going for Timmy, y'all. He's going to try to get Timmy. Expect to see Timmy again, guys. I'm happy. I'm 100% fine with it. Expect to see Timmy again. And hopefully the other two too.
There had been abuse to every single one of them, keeping the phone in the camper. This is like a thing that had been going on for years, guys. And then later on, she tells me all this and then tells me she wants to get the protective order. I had to take her back 2 times and was finally successful on the 3rd day. She got her protective order. And then that was how APS got involved, because after the 2nd time being denied, after what Betty told the court, my mind was freaking blown. Like, how do you hear about this type of abuse to people who can't communicate?
I'm for it, man.
And you don't give a protective order, of all things. Like, you're not even asking for anything that major. Protective orders are given out like candy, guys. And in this case, it was really needed. And I'm up there on their behalf trying to help. And I couldn't believe they would get it.
Elcat, what up, baby? My homegirl Elcat just hit the Cash App. I'm a poet and didn't know it. She said, for kitty food. Oh, I'm gonna get some fancy feast. It's for me, guys. My kitty food. For me to eat. Kitty food.
Right now, 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 right now.
What's up, Elcat? Thank you, darling. Yeah, he's going after Timmy. I think that's what he's showing those papers for.
And that was why I originally contacted APS, was to ask them, like, can you help me?
Did you hear that? For everybody saying he didn't contact APS, that is the reason why he first contacted APS. He was in tune with them since the first time he went up there and seen how they was living, y'all. He said it. He said once he went up there and seen how he was living, he became an investigator of somewhat kind of what he's saying. He has now been somebody that has to document this. That's what he said out of his own words. And you kind of have to be. I'm torn, you know. I look, they deserve a better life. Absolutely. 100%. They also had their best life for all those years on that porch, in that home, ripped away from them. Possibly to never see them again, you know. Maybe Eric can get them and put this family back together a little bit, you know? Maybe that's what he means by, is it ever going to be the same again? Probably not, but it might be close. He might be able to make him be able to see their family again. If Eric can get those three, he could 100% take them around Betty if he wants. He could 100% let them see Betty. But that family didn't deserve just to be snatched out of thin air. The three just got snatched straight out of thin air, dude, and put into a hospital setting. Not knowing why, but you got this guy that you barely know running around. You could tell he's trying to help you, right? You can tell he cares. You could tell he's there to help you, but could you imagine the feeling and the thought process, man? And you can't tell everything. You can't talk. You can't. It's tough, bro. That's tough. That's fucking tough. The three can't speak. They can't speak for themselves. And they get snatched out of their home. And then for 2, 3 weeks, you see this guy. Yeah, he's just come around, you know, but you barely even know him. You know, you can't say shit. And then, like, he's being good, but you can tell he's trying to help. You can tell he's trying to do things for us. You can tell he's a good guy. But do you trust him? Like, and maybe Timmy does. Maybe Ray does. Maybe Lorraine does. Um, that's yet to be seen because obviously there's lots of parts that we didn't know about. But us as YouTubers, we're up here running our fucking mouths. I hold head to whatever I've said. I stand strong. If I was wrong, I was wrong. I continue to go forward though. I never slandered Eric. I was halfway on his side. I just want to know where the money is and why do you still have the money? You can't just go give it to Betty and say fuck this, or you're just destined to make sure that the three get it and you think they're coming to you. I heard Eric say he's going to see about they're all three going to never be split up. That was part of the plan, wasn't he? Didn't that what? Isn't that what he said? That was part of the deal. I heard something like that. This is a very, very sad story, man. They couldn't have put a septic tank there, Alan. Septic tank couldn't go there. A standing septic tank, an above ground septic tank couldn't even go there. That was learned early on after they were taken. You can't do anything to that home with a septic tank. He said it's in a savings account, Regina. So it's drawing interest, I guess. What's up, Benny? I mean, look, they need to be taken care of. They needed to be taken care of long, long ago. But that just weren't who they were as people, you know? And somebody else has come in and wants to I don't know, man. I wish he would tell us more.
You get this protective order, or am I doing this wrong? Because something's not adding up here. Like, when you got this going on and individuals, in this situation, like, does anybody not want to do their jobs? But we got it on that third one, and she was going to have to go back to court. It was only good for 10 days. She would have to go back to court, and they would get it extended. It could have been from 6 months to a year or an indefinite. And they came back to her house later, gave her the court date, served her the papers. This is when you show up. She never told me. The date of the court date was when I went to the Amish. She saw me every day leading up to that. Never said, Eric, they came by and said this was the court date. But as I told you, the day BJ got taken away, there was one person that wasn't happy, and it was Larry. I 100% think, my opinion, that was brainwashing and manipulation from Larry. He wanted BJ back.
I said that, man. I said it was Larry and BJ the whole time. I did. I said it the whole time, man. People wanted to make me believe Larry was okay. The family had their problems. The family had their problems, man. Right? Every family's got their problems. Every last one of them. Me, yours, ours, all of ours. All of ours got a black sheep. All of ours got a problem in them. Theirs is amplified because they're social media infamous stars now. They fucked Mark over really, really good. And I think that put a big sour spot on a lot of people's tones with the Whittakers. And that just never stopped looming over them.
Larry would tell you he wasn't happy with what she did and didn't want her there doing that. Nah. Like I said, I found out he had stole gas from someone else, unrelated, just, several months before, and I believe was arrested. And then I found out he had been a part in, there was conspiracy there, where BJ had went around, I believe they said it was telephone lines or something of that nature, or telephone lines, melting off the stuff, getting the copper, and then they would go in the coal mines, and like there's a lot of that up there.
So it was the coal mines too. Wow. One person, there's a few people to blame. You can guarantee it. I blame Little Bit Lisa. I said this all throughout covering the Whittakers. I blame every adult that walked through that door in and out their whole lives. I blame all of you that never cared to lift a fucking finger for this family. I blame all of you. Jason, all you motherfucking Whittakers, all you people that walked in and out of there, maybe rested your head there, maybe fucking wore off a fucking drug addiction there. Oh, there was a bunch of them. There was. I blame all of you. Every single last one of you piece of shits that came through there. And there was even family members to this young man named Timmy, and allowed them people to live like that. I'm sorry. You're a dirtbag. You're a dirtbag.
crystal meth. They'll do anything to get meth. But supposedly Larry might have been aware, was involved with it. I don't know
What's
the
the
exact
meth
story,
is?
but I know there was some charges there. And I believe when I was there, Betty was
Every fucking adult, I swear to you, every last one of them. I guarantee you there's people that wore off fucking binges, been up for 4 fucking days and probably passed out at the Whittakers for 3 days and got up and ran the fuck up out of there because they didn't want to be there. I blame you. I blame all of you piece of shits. I do. The ones live down the road. Nope. Ain't none of you is getting a pass.
giving me the truth. Me and her never got as close as I did with the other ones. But when
Y'all
I was
lived
there,
off
she
their
was
fucking
close to
money.
me and she did confide in me.
Y'all fucking played with their money. They got every one of them people got checks and they couldn't even get a pair of fucking goddamn draws a month, bro. How about that? Every one of them got a goddamn disability check, by a few grand each, and they couldn't even get a pair of fucking underwear for a month, each month. A brand new pack of underwear. 15, 20 bucks. Here, change your drawers, Ray. Let's come on. Every fucking last one of them, man. Not a new dress for the rain. Ain't gonna take her to Walmart, even though she deserves fucking goddamn Levi's. She deserves fucking goddamn Air Maxes. Ain't no rent to be paid here. Everybody living free. Who was getting off all the money? Who's getting all the money? It's sad. It's very sad. Yeah, but we can't prove that, hillbilly. I've seen all that, and we never know. You could make that much money in a good lick one night, you know? So like, I don't know. But like it's the things that are fucking like that you can't miss. Like you can't miss that probably all these people throughout 60 years of living this family, people walked in and out of that door. Talking about they love them, in and out of the driveway, didn't care to help, not a one bit. Not a one yay bit, man. And let's say some of them did. Some of them did, and the Whittakers screwed them over. That's the big story. Well, they screwed everybody over. They screw everybody over. Okay, so you stopped because they screwed you over. You love them, right? You love them. I was glad for the people that gave me my chances. Shout out to my family. I guess my family was like, nah, don't give up on him yet. They probably got in a little room. It's like, all right, well, let's give him one more chance. Every time I fuck up, they probably all got into this bat cave and was like, all right, one more chance. Shout out to that shit because I needed them. Yeah, facts, Elizabeth. That's exactly what I mean. All the way down to just that. Imagine what the floor would look like if everyone there picked up a broom. That motherfucker be spotless. You could eat off of it. Imagine if everybody there that claimed they worked for a living on those fucking interviews could have framed up a brand new front porch for them. Could have framed up another goddamn room to the trailer for them. Could have framed up another half of the fucking building. You know, come on. Y'all want to put campers out in the yards and shit? Build on. Nah, you couldn't do that, could you? Fucking junkies. Stupid, man. And I'm not even saying like, I'm not even coming down on people because they might have drug habits and shit. Everybody, you got to break yourself of that. If you got a drug habit in 2026, you're stupid. These drugs out here are killing people. You die from these drugs out here. They're not 1990s drugs. You die from these drugs. You will go to an early grave.
And she did look to me to do the right thing, and I protected her. But when I left, there was outside influences.
Oh, they
And you
could have bought a
see,
new house.
you know,
Ain't no damn near to it. 150 grand. That's 2 modular homes, bro. That's 2 new modular homes. You know, you could buy 2 $75,000 fucking double wides, bro. Imagine what kind of double wide you're gonna get for 75 grand. You can buy 2 of them for what they got from Mark. That's what went up fucking old girl's nose. Yeah, these drugs are not the same, guys. They're not the same. And they're putting fentanyl on everything because they want you to get that physical addiction. And yeah, it takes a lot of brains to come together to put a house up.
that video I showed you the other night, I believe Patrick really had his eyes set on one person, but for that one person, really wooed Betty, because that was.
So let's break this down. His paraphrase. He wanted to get at Timmy, so he wooed Betty to take Timmy places and stuff. I don't think that I don't know, man. I'm not gonna go that route because you know what, no better than fucking counter Kathy at that point.
Hate to say it that way, I guess the sugar mama. If I'm close to her, she likes me, then I get access to what I need to do that which I want to do. It's 100% how I believe it went.
Pictures of
Victoria,
fucking Timmy and shit.
in my
They probably
opinion.
didn't. If you want to know the truth, the Whittakers and Timmy probably didn't even know what fucking Patrick was making off all that shit till it got so big. For real, for real.
Steve Yost, I've supported you from the start. Something you haven't talked about unless I missed it. I had 2 girls tell me they commented about wanting to meet on Patrick's page. Well, Patrick messaged them. He was using to go out and meet females. Told you guys about this. And these 2 girls both said how mean he was to yelling at him. They felt so uncomfortable. They stayed near the door with phone in their hands whole time. Let people talk. Don't mean crap, man. People just like to be bullies. And if notice ones that are protecting Patrick, go to their profile, you'll see they're just like him.
What's that mean, bro? What does that mean? You're going IRL and digging into people's real lives and shit? What the fuck does that mean, dude? Yeah, stay away from that one, Eric. You didn't like that part.
Keep it up, man. I actually messaged you when, I guess when you was up there. I'm a DJ. I was going to come set up, let them all have a party, fun night. And Patrick asked me how much I would pay to get my company on there. I sent same message to you both. And that was the end of that conversation. Keep it up. Single dad, daughter, hasn't seen mom 5 years. The dad talk, I can tell you.
I don't know. He's putting names with it.
So much about CPS and the court system in Mercer. It's so awful. I appreciate that, Steve. And let me make a note. And guys, I guess I've been going for longer than I thought. I will not be able to get to them all, but I'm not planning on.
What's up, Brooks and Gardens? What's up, baby? Shout out to you. We don't need no stinking toddy.
Right now, 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 right now.
Skipping over anybody. If I don't get to it today, we'll get to it next time. But Steve also sent something that I.
Oh, what the fuck?
I've met.
This
is
screenshots.
the girl. This is September 9th, 2025.
Shout out to you, Harry Knuckles. I appreciate you, Sarah. Much love to you. Uh-oh, dirt bags. It's the dirty bag.
Right
What's up, J and J?
I've met Patrick Rourke. He brought here once, not long ago. Patrick is a bully. Sad situation. And this is the other guy, Steve. Really, it's sort of coming out that way for sure. I figured they was making money, but sort
Appreciate you,
of
Miss
looked
Sarah.
like was getting tired being on lives and stuff. Going back to the girl. Well, he was rough with when he came here, screaming F you in his face and hysterically laughing about it.
Who is he talking about? Fill me in. Yeah, Kyle Busch is gone, man. Yeah. That happened a little earlier on. R.I.P. Kyle Busch. Busch family is large in racing, guys. Like huge in racing. What's up, flies? Who is she? Who is he talking about? Who sent this? Whose screenshot is this? Who knows it? Put it in the chat, y'all. Yeah, NASCAR. Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch. The Busch family's huge. Who is he talking about? Hello, hello.
Made me uncomfortable. And he don't work because he makes big money off of Facebook. He sent me a screenshot on what he makes in a month. Sickening. He hasn't had good intentions. This is back to the guy. Yeah, would me too. I think it's all about to come to an end as far as him getting money. I don't know how that works Facebook wise. I seen one yesterday, said 11,000. Goes back to the girl. Gets money for all the post likes, comments. Yeah, he made like 10,000. Then the guy says, what do you think about other dude, Eric? She says, I think Eric has great intentions and has done the legwork to back it up.
Imagine that.
And he treats with care.
Imagine
Goes
that.
back to the gentleman. Yeah, I think he's done stuff like this before. Hopefully all work out. I don't know what's better, but them being separated isn't the answer. But I haven't seen how they live either. I didn't figure it was clean, but have to get someone, take care of all of them. I was thinking either the money they have coming, pay someone round the clock, take care. And then they've got pictures of where this took place.
Damn.
Yeah, and just goes on about like how she believes he was using. I can tell you this, there was some of that was obvious when not on screen, the treatment towards someone completely different. And it was mean, but once on there, almost like a father figure type. And a lot of people bought into that crap. And again, I mean, think about it. Why not the other? He was easy. I could say I'm going to do this and I'm being so good. I need help. I mean, did you see it? Like, I'm going fishing. I need help for, going fishing, or I'm going to do this. I need help. And people were sending stuff like crazy. And as long as he said he was doing something for someone, he was getting whatever he wanted. There was one day he was talking about skydiving. You think any of the Whittakers that can't communicate that skydiving is appropriate? I believe I got a text message, guys. I'm not kidding you. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Then one of the big things was like the country music concerts. It was a way of getting attention on themselves. I mean, look, there's been no break, even since a family has been completely torn apart, of trying to put up stuff and profit off of the situation. And there's a reason why, I just really stopped for the most part. And I was a full-time content creator, but stopped because of what the situation became. I mean, I appreciate that, Steve. I told you about.
The sad part is there were a lot of people that just come along and tried to make themselves part of this fucking whole shenanigan. Like there was creators that come along, people off Facebook that come along, tried to be a part of this shit, bro. You never become part of the story you're covering. It's not your job. It's not the duty you're trying to do.
The girls at the coffee shop. I watched that, but it wasn't just that. There was all the time, like people have mentioned, take them in public and get girls
Yeah,
to take
Facebook went
pictures.
real crazy
It
over
was
Whittakers.
almost, you ever heard of like a guy using his kid to go and hit on women? It was
Damn.
sad. And I think someone had caught on to that at the end. And if you look at when
Thank you, JJ.
I had to part ways that night, even though I didn't want to, then I found out BJ was back, and I didn't think I had
Brian Cody
any
tried to be a
rights
part of it,
to
definitely.
take them with me.
Brian did.
And then they was
Toddy
separated from
did.
me until I was able to come and comfort
Justin
and take
did.
care that week.
Ernie
that
did.
everybody thought I
Ernie's
had
all
moved back
right
to
with me.
Georgia.
I don't dislike Ernie. Ernie's okay. He backed out. Like Ernie's all right with me.
You look in those pictures, the soul was gone, man.
I've had
soul
conversations
was
with
gone.
Ernie in
He was
email.
grieving, and so was I. Go look. Find me one where he looked like, I'm having fun. I'm glad to be here. I'm loved. You won't find one. And when I did, finally, it was never the same person again.
Two first name.
I felt like the person I knew and was taken care of and loved for so much that night when I left the Whittakers after I found out BJ had been let back in, after all that abuse had been reported and all that work to get that protective order, that person was never the same again. I don't know what happened during that period in time, guys, but he was nothing more than a golden goose and opportunity. And that's why I had every intention. Universal Studios, man, come down here. I don't care if nobody knows about it or if I can't put it on video. I want you.
Oh, man.
And even that was taken away from me. And him. It was the one time
I wonder
when
about
crying,
Lorraine a
I've
lot
seen
too.
much crying, but there's very big.
I know Timmy's all right. I do wonder about Lorraine though. She's up there, Ray's up there. But they're probably getting the best care they've had in a long, long time. They're eating around the clock, you know. When you eat 3 meals a day and a snack, your body starts to live properly, and it can work wonders. Truthfully, yeah, they just everybody try to be a part of the story, man.
Tears. Robin
Oh, BJ
Kennett.
is the issue. BJ is the issue. It's funny that Toady and fucking Calendar Kathy over there, you know, the lady of no face, that lady that wants you to listen to her and listen to her factual basis, but she can't even make a presentation with her face. So what I'm gonna say is, they like to tote BJ up. BJ is the fucking problem here, you dumb fucks. You dumb motherfuckers.
Do you know anything about the hidden camera that was supposed to have been placed in the trailer?
There's my homeboy James S. That's my homeboy from way back.
Right now, 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 right now.
I still don't know too much about the Watson guy. I still don't. I was going to come on here and roast him one day, and I had the stream set up and everything. And I started watching his videos to get like a refresh, and I was like, no, 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 I can't. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. Thank you, James. You already know, brother. I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. And plus, you got Evil Ghost felt at him. I think Evil had already felt at him before that. Like beat him down. So I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to leave it alone. And the same thing happened to him. You know, the same exact thing happened to him. I don't know why he ran off. Did he not have any other content but the Whittakers? Did he run off? Now I'm interested. Yeah, I wasn't going to do nothing. I mean, I knew he had issues. I knew it. That's why I didn't go at him. I mean, plus Evil Ghost was already on him too. So I was just like, I watched a few videos one day before before I come on here, and I was just like, I had a different mind frame set, and I was like, nah. He pretended to be a cop. He pretended to be a Navy SEAL too. He said he was a Navy SEAL. He got felted by fucking Evil. He got beat down by Evil. But Evil gave him room to get up, you know? That's what I feel like. I feel like Ghost gave him, now he's giving him room to get his shit back together and make a YouTube channel. When a low cow can go through shit like that, he might have a route up
No,
here.
this is the first time I'm hearing about it. I know there was security concerns once.
There was no fucking camera in the house, guys. That's something BJ said on Brian Cody's video, and Facebook took off with this shit, bro. Is there a camera in the house? Is there a camera in the house, everybody? No, there was no camera in the fucking house.
Jay got taken out of there. Like, is she gonna come back? Like they were legit scared of her.
No, they weren't. They played it up. They played it up for the internet, guys. They were not legit scared of BJ. Because BJ's still going down there. BJ's still doing their thing there. Everything is going on as planned. What's up, AC? Salute, big dog. That's my homie AC.
Right now, 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 right now.
Yeah, but they just all said it at the same time, man.
Scared. There was a reason they went to get
They
those
was not
protective
scared
orders.
of BJ, bro.
And I know we were supposed to be.
It's just nobody down there wants to be a rat and rat on each other. That's all it boils down to. They all live down there together, and none of them want to rat on each other. That's all it boils down to. Patrick flew drones. Yeah, it was all pumped up for the fucking YouTube, bro, and Facebook. It's all it was. They pumped it up, bro. I started to see that in the end. I was like, dude, he's just pumping this shit up, man. They don't need to do all this over fucking BJ.
Paying
They literally
someone
had
to
made
be
money off
watching.
their own video. Like,
And
come
I was
on, bro. He
told,
didn't have
hey,
to
this
leave the
person's
house
done
and made fucking
security and done
$1,000.
stuff like this. And I'm not, this person sees this and not trying to talk down on you.
He didn't
I've
even
got to
make
say what I
content.
was told
Facts, Teresa.
by Patrick, right? He's telling me, I know someone that was security and all of this. We'll have them there. We'll make sure she doesn't come back. It makes them feel better. So that's where I'm thinking, you know, this is supposed to be going to, but if it makes sure they're left to let other
Shut
stuff up, as I was wondering if that was
Shut
during
the
that
fuck up.
time. Mm.
Oh, they would have
I
been
got
rich.
2 more here, guys, and then
They would have been absolutely fucking pouring in the money, Chris. Absolutely pouring in the money. Just flooding it in. Patrick, you must look stupid. You must feel dumb, man. You fumbled the bag, bro. You fumbled it. People should have been less greedy. I don't know if that's true, Treese. I don't know if that's true. I think Patrick's got a drone. The reason why Patrick's in trouble for all this is because he made a certain amount of money. and didn't give the Whittakers any. Didn't give the Whittakers shit before Eric showed up. There was a lot of money made, y'all. A lot. There was gifts sent to Patrick. And everything went through Patrick. And if he's not dishing it to the Whittakers and don't have any proof of doing it, you're going to stand fucking trial for it, man. And that's what it seems like. I'd like to get the fucking probable cause affidavit.
I'll get to all the others, and I'm sorry. I can only do so much at one time. Jennifer Hurd, thank you for helping us understand some of the mystery. I don't think I heard you explain who told you not to talk for the past 10 months and why you are not permitted to say any names. Can you explain more? Thank you. Yes, absolutely. I was told by...
What money? The money Eric made? Eric says it's in a savings account. Patrick don't have any money to give the Whittakers. He don't. Not that I know of, man. From what I know is Eric has it in an account. That whatever the total is, I don't know. I can only imagine. Upwards of 70 grand, probably. Should be.
Adult Protection Services. I couldn't tell anyone what was going on. I also was told from the court, can't tell anyone what's going on. I have rights to free speech. I might not be able to say what goes on in that courtroom. And trust me, I'd love to be doing that, but I'm abiding by what I feel I have to. But my experiences, what I've been through, especially through all of this, I 100% have the right to come on here and say the things that I have said. And APS.
Yeah, she's boring now, though. The Brandy situation's sad. No, it's sad.
They told me I wasn't allowed to talk. No, I'm going to talk, and I want to see you guys investigated for this 100%. And I am going to pursue it with everything I got. I explained earlier about the names. They would be protected by the states now. So, they told me I had to take content down, and I did. Didn't put up any fuss about it. But guys, go look how much content you see out there right now.
Yeah, Patrick's still putting up videos. Yep.
I'm the one guy that took care of, went above and beyond in every sense, shape, form, or fashion. Open book, gave them everything they wanted. So much sacrifice I've been through. And I'm the only one that seems to be going through this. That don't ring any bells to you?
I would say Eric's got every bit of it without paying himself or Patrick. I imagine Eric's got every bit of it. He don't want to go to jail. This doesn't seem like a person that wants to end up in jail. I think he's got every bit of it, Lisa. Yep. I think he's got every penny that's supposed to have. Patrick's still putting up videos. Yep. Everybody, you guys have a great night, man. What's left for the Whittakers? I don't know. I don't know, chat. What do you guys think? Do you think that Eric's going to shoot to get the Whittakers? I do. I hope it's all three and not just Timmy. Because if you made a deal with the state that you would work with the state, if the three didn't get split up, then you should take all three. Have a good night, Hank. I think you should take all three. Am I correct? I mean, why would you take Timmy and not take his mama? And then how could you take Timmy and his mama and not take Uncle and Brother Ray? Thanks, Vixen. All three got to be together, man. He's weirdly obsessed. You think love love can look like obsession, but I don't know. I don't know. Something tells me he went there and fell in love with Timmy, and family, just his mother and Ray comes along with it. It's a package deal, and that could be it too. I think it's a little far fetched, you know. I think he's got his own life and world to worry about, and it's a little bit further than what I would do. I'll tell you that much. A little bit further than I would go. And I also wouldn't be part of the family getting taken apart either. I just wouldn't do it. But you can bet your ass on it. If he ends up with the Whittakers, he's going to have them on social media again. He sure will. I promise you that. Everybody have a great evening. Let your loved ones know you love them and that you'll be there for them. Everything can get better. People change. People can get better. People can change their lives. They just have to. But they also have to have that chance. I appreciate y'all. I'll see you again tomorrow. Rebecca, baby, we'll see you.